Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rosie and in today's video I'm going to be testing the Canon M50 as a vlogging camera. So I have set up with the Joby tripod. I've also got the Rode video microphone and the 15 to 45mm lens. We've come down to Southwich for the day, so I'm just going to be showing you around the markets. We're going to go and watch some volleyball, so I might film that in 60 frames per second and then slow it down, but the rest will be in 30 frames per second. We're then going to watch the sunset with some friends who do acro yoga and then go out for a meal tonight for dinner. So I'll be showing you all different settings, all different times of day to be able to test the quality of the video to see if I like it and how it turns out basically. I do have the dead cat on the microphone, so hopefully you can hear me properly and you can't hear the wind. It is a tiny bit breezy. I wouldn't say it's windy, it's just a little bit breezy. But there might be background noises of cars and people around. So I'll be able to see when I edit this video if the sound quality is good enough or if it probably could do some improvement, so we'll see later on. I'll talk to you tomorrow about how I think the camera performed overall, and yeah, let's crack on with today. This bit of video is me just walking at quite a slow speed without the tripod. I'm obviously going in and out of shade as well to see what the lighting does and if it kind of can keep up with what I'm doing. I'm on Ocean Drive, so it's quite noisy with cars and with music, but so far I'm quite happy with the quality, I think. Let's see if it's any better with... Oh, that's bright. Yeah, it takes a little while to adjust when you come out into the sunshine. But anyway, I think it might be quite good. Oh, can't see. And then this video is with the tripod as well, so we'll see if it's any different in terms of how smooth it is, but also if you can see my arm and if the angle is better and things like that. So what do you think? It's a good camera. I quite like it in the shade. I prefer it in the shade, I think, than in the sun. But that's the same photography as well. Let's see if I stay in focus if I spin around a little bit. Yay, Miami! So let's see how smooth it is. This is going to be, so now I'm walking like a normal speed. We'll see if it's stabilised enough or if it is still quite bumpy when I walk. I'll obviously be reviewing the footage and I'll give you a little overview tomorrow of how I think the camera's performed today. So we saw online that there's some volleyball competition this weekend. What was it called? Like model volleyball or something. So we're gonna go onto the beach and see what that's all about. So hopefully we'll be able to watch a couple of games, because it's always good fun to see how amazingly athletic they are and how incredible they are. So.
Every single one.
Every single bit slow. We play low.
No, that's all.
So I'm now walking at normal speed again with the microphone but without the tripod, because I'm not sure if I want to keep the tripod. It's just quite big and bulky. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to see how this quality turns out without the tripod, like I said, and if it's smooth footage or not. But we just went to see the volleyball and we saw Flo Rida was there. So I kind of got a little sneaky video. Not sneaky at all, but I'm sure you're used to it. But yeah, it was good fun. So we're now going to head off and see the sunset with some friends who do acro yoga. So I might try and do some 60 frames per second filming again and slow it down and see if we can get something fun. And it'll also be good to test the video quality with low light situation. So obviously it'll be darker because it's getting the sunset. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out as well. So I want to test the audio. This is with the microphone walking, and I'm just going to unplug it. And so now this is the audio without the microphone. It'd be interesting to see the difference with the microphone and without, so let's see how that sounds. Starting to get a little bit darker now, which is great for testing the video quality to see what it's like at sunset. The sun is currently setting in front of me. It looks amazing on video, but we'll see what I look like, you know, kind of leading up to sunset and what it looks like as it gets darker and darker. But there's a park behind me with loads of kids playing, and then the sunset is just around here in front of me, and there's obviously people all sitting watching the sunset as well, which is really cute. So the sun has now set. I guess there's still a little bit of light. This is how it's performing. Actually quite good when you get this light on your face. It's pretty good, but then this way it's not great. But yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with it. I think you just have to find the right angle to be able to film, to be able to get what you're after. But it seems quite good quality. Every Wednesday and Sunday at around 6 PM, there's a whole group of people here doing acro yoga together, watching the sunset. So it's now actually dark and it's night time. We're now just walking in the streets. So there's obviously street lights and car lights lighting up my face. So it's still relatively dark, but I guess if you were to do this on a more regular basis, you would make sure that you were out where there was a bit more light, like here for example. That's better. So I guess you can obviously vlog at night time if you go somewhere where there's lots of lights. That's probably my best advice. And then it gets dark again. But yeah, it's not too bad. So I've just come out to the beach to film. I want to see how good the microphone is with the waves behind me. Well, behind you, behind the camera. But so far I'm enjoying the camera. The only thing I find the most annoying is that you can't just turn the camera on and shoot straight away. You have to unlock the lens every single time. I'm finding that a little bit cumbersome, to be honest. But I guess it's just something you have to get used to. Let's see as well how the audio is with the truck behind me. They're currently redoing the beach here with the Surfside. So there's lots of trucks and lots of sand being moved, but anyway. Yeah, I guess I kind of want to see how good the video quality was as well in direct sunlight, in terms of like shadows and if I'm overexposed or not. It seems okay from the screen. I'll have to obviously check later on. I haven't looked at the footage yet from last night either, when I compared the microphone in and out and with the tripod and without the tripod and things like this. But I will be doing that today, and I'll get back to you and let you know how, what I think and my final thoughts, I guess, on this camera. Oh my god, it's such a beautiful day here. I'll turn you around so you can see, but I'm so lucky to be here. So I want to test the microphone with the water behind the camera with the microphone plugged in. And then this is with the microphone unplugged. So can you tell a difference? Can you hear the waves a lot more? Can you hear me clearly? We'll see in the video. And then this time with the waves behind me, so probably they'll be picked up on the microphone a lot more. So I want to see what the difference is with the microphone plugged in like this. And then with the microphone unplugged, does it make a huge difference with the microphone? Is it worth spending $50 on? Let's see. So I've spent about an hour and a half outside, and the next thing I want to test is if I want to keep my tripod or not. So this is me just holding the camera with my hand, without any tripod, without any help, just walking around the sand a little bit. Obviously there's a helicopter behind, so ignore that noise, but it's more about the stabilisation, I guess, and how far away the camera is to my face. Okay, so I've just switched to the Gorilla Pod, and that's my arm stretched all the way out, so there is a lot more of me on the screen. It's a lot wider. So actually maybe it is worth keeping, because I was thinking it'd probably be about the same, but it does make quite a big difference actually. I wonder how the audio is actually being this little bit further back. Can you still hear me? Is it still clear enough? How gorgeous. Isn't it amazing that I can call this place home? Oh my god, I'm so lucky. Actually holding this out, it's quite heavy. I don't know how long I'll be able to actually hold this out this far for. Maybe I would have to like hold it a little bit closer anyway, so in that case would it be worth keeping? I don't know. That's held out as far as possible. Food for thought. So it's been a week since I recorded that vlog that you've just watched. I've looked back at the footage and I've kind of analysed what I thought, and here's my feedback basically. So definitely the microphone is worth buying. It's $50 and it makes a huge difference, especially for somewhere like at the beach where there's waves or in the streets where there's cars. As you can see in the video you just watched, there's a huge difference between having the microphone plugged in and not plugged in. So I would definitely recommend purchasing this. The tripod, I think I'm going to keep it. just because why not, but then I don't know if I would use it as often as probably I should do. And then in terms of the camera, I think it's great a lot of the time. I did see this a couple of times where it missed focus on my face and it was focusing on the background behind me. This happened on Ocean Drive with the palm trees, and it also happened on the beach as well. So that's something to be wary of. Make sure that you do press your face on the screen to make sure that you're in focus and not the background. And I also found that in low light situations when it was sunset, it made the sunset look beautiful, but it also meant that the foreground was pitch black. So just make sure that if you are filming where it's a bit dark, make sure that you're filming with the light behind you so that you can see everything you're filming. If you film the other way with the light in front of you and your subject in front, you can't obviously see them because it's very dark. So I'd seen online it's very good at low light situations. I probably don't agree with that to be honest. So apart from the low light situations not being great, which honestly doesn't really bother me because I think most of the time I'm going to be filming during the day anyway, travel vlogs and videos sat here in my room or out and about and on location at different places. So I don't think the low light problems will be a big problem for me, but if you film at night time a lot, maybe don't buy this camera. But that's my quick overview. I did do a unboxing, first impressions and an honest review on this camera. I'll link it down below in the description so you can find that and have a look at my in-depth thoughts on this camera. But that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!